Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if this is your first time being here. This is Empowered Gems Tarot. My name is Melissa. This channel used to be called Tarot by Melissa, so if you were looking for me under that name, you are in the right place. Today's topic was requested by a subscriber, and we're going to be looking into the question, friend or foe? What are their intentions with regard to career and work? So what we'll be looking into in today's video is this person that you work with, or this person that is involved with your career in whatever capacity, whether they're a client, a coworker, a manager, whatever it is, someone in your industry, a business partner, it really could be anything. We're going to be taking a look into their true intentions toward you and whether or not you can trust this person as a friend or a foe or maybe somewhere in between. Getting into our disclaimers, keep in mind, guys, that this is a general reading on YouTube. So this means that the messages are not necessarily going to resonate with everybody. Even though you will be choosing a specific reading out of these three choices here, it doesn't make it a personal reading. So as you're viewing this video, if things are feeling confusing or they feel like they don't really fit your specific situation, that's typically a sign that it's not your message and you just want to release that and let that go. And if you guys did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings can sometimes, well, usually can, give us a more specific read on our own personal energy and personal situation. All right, so now let's go ahead and choose your reading. So if you guys are new to pick a card readings, the way that they work is you're going to think about this question, this topic that we're diving into today, and then you're going to select one of these three groups or piles of cards that you feel the most intuitively connected to, and whichever one you choose will be your reading. So if you're drawn to group one, we will be working with the Everyday Witch Tarot and this piece of amethyst. If you guys are drawn to group number two, we'll be working with the Streetwise Spirit Tarot and this honey calcite crystal. And if you guys are drawn to group three, we'll be working with the Edgar Allan Tarot and this pyrite crystal. So I want you guys to take a deep breath and think about this person and what you need to know about their intentions toward you. Go ahead and select the crystal or the deck of cards that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamps that will take you to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey group one, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to this amethyst crystal and the Everyday Witch Tarot deck, this is going to be your message. So today we're looking into the question, friend or foe, what are their intentions toward you? And this is specifically catered to career. So someone that you guys are connecting with or dealing with at work or in your career, your industry, etc. So keep in mind, guys, before we get too deep into this message, that this is a general reading on YouTube. So the messages are not necessarily going to resonate with every single person that watches. So as a best practice, as you're viewing this message, if anything feels like it's confusing you, or if it doesn't really feel like it fits your situation, that's typically a sign that it's not your message. So just release that and let that go. All right, so let's take a look at where this person stands energetically when it comes to this connection and their intentions. So we start off with the message of Scorpio. Oh, we have a reversal here. Okay. We have the rescuer. I don't typically take these in reverse, but if it's coming up in reverse, we're going to lean more into the shadow attribute here. So this says, assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. There's a light attribute here of providing strength and support to others in a crisis, acting out of love with no expectation of reward. So where they stand is there is kind of this vibe, I think, of them wanting to help and support you, rescue you, metaphorically speaking. But I think that there is a little bit of a darker side to why they're doing it. And I don't know if they're fully aware of that they're showing up this way. So this person, I think, is the type of person that might be providing assistance or help to you, maybe potentially expecting something from you in return. So if your relationship with this person has felt kind of tumultuous at times or conflicting, I think that that's probably why. I feel like maybe some of you guys are picking up on the fact that this person may not be the most genuine as it pertains to the support that they're lending to you. This also talks about keeping the rescued one needy. So this could be the type of person that really kind of thrives off of like people needing their help. And so they may kind of subconsciously like clip your wings without realizing that that's what they're doing because they want you to need them. You know, like this could be like the type of person who like specifically withholds information because they know that you're going to have to come to them for support. You know what I mean? I've definitely worked with people like this before, and it can definitely feel like this is a foe for sure. But we're going to see as we get clearer into the cards. Excuse me. We also have the energy of Scorpio being here. So this person has some pretty intense feelings with regard to you. I think that this person could be doing a lot of like research on you or investigating you in some capacity. Again, they may just have some really intense feelings. This just could feel like a very intense connection for you guys as well. But yeah, there's an energy here of like research and digging into things and looking quite deeply into things as it pertains to you. And I don't know if that's coming from a place of them looking for things to keep you like needy to them, or if it's just coming from a place of curiosity. Let's see. What are their intentions, please, Spirit, when it comes to my group number 1 viewers? Are they a friend or a foe? What are their intentions, please, when it comes to career? Oh, goodness. We have an Ace of Cups reversed. Page of Swords. 3 of Cups. Nine of Swords in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. And then we have the 2 of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck with the 2 of Wands. Okay, let me just kind of straighten these out. So this is interesting, you guys, because I see a lot of emotion here in this reading. You guys could be like friends with this person at work, but I do kind of feel like this person with that Emperor in reverse, I feel like there's a little bit of an energy of like them not being in their most healthy, empowered place. And you know, I feel like there is maybe an undertone of manipulation here with this person. It's ever so subtle. I don't really know if it's even a thing where you would fully notice it based off of the way that they're behaving toward you, because it feels like they are wanting this kind of friendship with you, a camaraderie with you. Maybe you guys work together in a group or like on some sort of a team with this person. You know, Emperor reverse could be a boss energy as well. This could be someone that you report into or someone that's in a position of power. But I feel like there's something with that Emperor in reverse where they're not really using their power in the most positive way. Okay. So let's start over here at the beginning. So we have an Ace of Cups as the overall energy. So this person, I think, is feeling, when they're thinking about you and they're thinking about their intentions toward you, there is kind of a little bit of feeling of being maybe a little drained with this connection, or, you know, at one time, maybe they felt like you guys had this sort of potential for new beginning with career. And the Ace of Cups in a career context can talk about like opportunities for work that are bringing us emotional fulfillment and emotional abundance and prosperity, right? We feel emotionally connected to the work that we're doing. In reverse, there's an energy of like maybe no longer feeling that way. for some reason. Maybe there's been something with Scorpio that's been unearthed for this person that has made them feel this way. That's kind of made them feel like it's not as exciting of an opportunity as it once was, or maybe they're just feeling drained in general as it pertains to the work that you guys do or wherever you guys work. Because I feel with this Page of Swords that there's like this like skepticism when it comes to you. You know, with the Page of Swords, this person has a kind of a studious, kind of quizzical energy toward you. Maybe you guys are still just getting to know this person as well. It could be that you don't know each other very well yet. But with Scorpio and the Page of Swords, it's giving me an energy of somebody who is, again, researching. See all of his books here on the ground? It's like this person is like doing research on you. Maybe they're looking you up online or spying at you online, or maybe there's something about online communication here as well with this person that's coming up. But they feel like they have a lot of questions they want to ask. I think for some of you guys as well, like I know we're not doing a love reading, but I think there is maybe a connection there as well, because it's like this came up in reverse. This is about reciprocation, keeping the rescued one needy. And so with this Ace of Cups in reverse, it's making me feel like maybe you guys, I don't know if you guys like stopped going to this person for things. I feel like maybe they were feeling these maybe potential romantic feelings for some of you when you were coming to them for support. And now that maybe you're not coming to them for support as much and the energy's a little bit more lighthearted between you, they're feeling a little deflated with regard to the situation and a little guarded over the heart space. So a couple messages coming through there. But what I see that they actually want in terms of their intentions is friendship, camaraderie, community. Again, maybe you guys work together on something that requires research and investigation. But I think that they do like it when you need them for things with the rescuer in reverse, because I think it kind of makes them feel more empowered. Because I feel like with the Emperor, this person is not in their healthy power at this time. So I think kind of as things progress here with the Nine of Swords in reverse, I feel like the next time you guys see this person or coming up here in the future, there's going to be something, some sort of connection with them in a group setting that's going to help to alleviate a lot of fears and anxieties that this person may be having toward you, or that you've been, having toward them. Because this is kind of emblematic of turning a corner in a positive direction where we're not really going to be worrying so much about this stuff anymore. There also could be an energy of sort of discussing and confronting it with each other, asking questions, being curious, clearing the air in a way with the Page of Swords, or kind of starting to have those discussions, which then help to alleviate stress. And as I'm saying that, I felt this like very relaxed energy. Almost like when you've been stressing about something for too long and then finally you realize, oh, it wasn't that big a deal, and you can kind of breathe that big sigh of relief. That's what I'm getting with this Nine of Swords reverse with this person, and I think with you as well. But the Emperor in reverse is kind of saying there's an issue with boundaries here. So I want to just be clear about that with regard to this person and their intentions. They, I think, have some sort of like unhealthy attachment to needing to rescue others or needing people to need them. And so I think you just need to be cautious and be mindful of that, because the Emperor in reverse is saying that the boundaries that they have may not be the most steadfast or the most honorable. And they may be in this energy out of a sense of wanting control, right? Wanting control in the sense that they want you to keep coming to them. Hopefully this is making sense, you guys. So let's keep going. What else, Spirit, do we need to know about this person and their intentions toward pile 1 in the workplace? What are this person's intentions toward my group 1 viewers with regard to work and career? Oh, yeah, because we did have the Two of Swords in reverse, which can talk about like addressing the elephant in the room or making a decision to kind of clear the air on something. So, yeah, I definitely feel like there's something that's going to clear the air that's coming through soon with this person. All right, we've got Saving Face. Okay. Interesting. We also have Flexibility. Whoop. Coming through as well. So what are their intentions? Oh, look at this, you guys. Moving up. I think that this person might be moving into a different position for some of you. Like they're going for a promotion or they're climbing the corporate ladder. There's some sort of elevation that's coming through for them. So that's kind of interesting with this Emperor card in reverse. Because when I'm looking at that, I don't really see somebody who is in a healthy relationship with power and power dynamics here. But I think if they've been acting a little weird toward you or a little standoffish, I feel like this could be why. I feel like there is something going on behind the scenes with this person where they're going to be getting some sort of promotion or moving into a different role that's of a more elevated status. And you guys just may not know about that, and that could be just what's impacting their behavior toward you. So you may need to grin and bear it to maintain respect and keep your job, or you need to smile and make nice to get the position you want. Seeing into the dark to maneuver the coming changes. While it seems extreme, just hang in there. This too shall pass. So I think that this person has probably been conducting themselves in a way that they're not proud of this entire time. And it's connected to this Ace of Cups in reverse, right? There's something about maybe they had feelings for you guys, or maybe they were like curious about that romantically. But because they're in a position of power, they know that it's not appropriate. And so I think that a part of this Ace of Cups reverse with this mask that we have here is them now putting on a mask in order to behave more professionally here toward you. It's like they're stifling their feelings that they once had. But the other thing too, because that's not going to be the case for everyone that this is romantic, right? The other thing that I'm getting is, remember the Ace of Cups is talking about opportunities for emotional connection to work. I think that this person may not be that emotionally connected to the work that you guys do, which is part of the reason why I think they've been going for some sort of promotion here. And it's almost like they're having to fake it in a way in order to get this position. So it's like, even though they're not feeling that fulfilled, they're going to be pretending like they are. And again, this could be something that you guys are kind of picking up on in their energy that feels a little inauthentic too. We also have Flexibility. You'll need to see into the dark to maneuver the coming changes. While it seems extreme, just hang in there. This too shall pass. So there's some sort of change that's coming with regard to this person. And it could be that this person, with regard to their intentions toward you with this Page of Swords, it could be that they're coming to you to ask questions because you're connected to whatever changes are coming here. You know, they're learning from you. They're needing to connect with you in some way. Maybe you're needing to connect with them in some way with the Page of Swords. But this Page of Swords is about researching and gathering information in order to see things more clearly through a change. What are their intentions, please, Spirit, with group 1? We have Ouroboros, Infinity, Eternal, and Past Lives. This could be somebody that you have a past life connection to as well for some of you guys, where it's giving like karmic loop energy. Like Something about your dealings with this person is connected to a karmic lesson here. Which is interesting. And, you know, we can have karmic partners at work for sure. Doesn't always have to be romantic. Workplace connections can be karmic as well and teach us a lot of lessons. Let's see. What are their intentions, Spirit, with group 1 with regard to career? We have black. Find richness from the dark of the night. Kind of similar to that Scorpio vibe, you know? We do have nourish the body and soul. I think there's something about your energy that feels a little indulgent to them. It's like a treat to connect with you, which makes a lot of sense with the 3 of Cups. So this is kind of a tricky one, group 1, when it comes to friend or foe, because I do feel like this person intends to be your friend with the 3 of Cups when it comes to work, but I'm leaning into this might not be the most ideal person to lean a lot of trust into, because I feel like they have a lot of issues here with boundaries. I feel like they are kind of manipulative in a way, like emotionally manipulative in a sense where they need you to need them in order to feel good. And I feel like with this Emperor in reverse, this is a person that's not really showing up with healthy boundaries. So whether they're being too controlling or whether they're not being like strict enough, like there's just something here that if I were you, I wouldn't want to be getting like super wrapped up in it. I'm leaning more toward this is kind of like a faux-ish energy, even though I don't think they necessarily have bad intentions toward you. I just think that this person's energy and where they're sitting is not it's not conducive to being a friend at work, the way they conduct themselves. I think this person with this black energy is in their ego. They're in like a dark night of the soul right now as it pertains to work. And I think that there's a lack of awareness as it pertains to themselves. Because I think that this person is somebody who likes to help other people and provide support. And maybe this has to do for some of you with you guys getting a promotion and them assisting you with that. But the problem is that they have strings attached to it, right? They want you to either reciprocate or they want you to need them, which is not what somebody does when they're really trying to support and elevate someone in their career or as a mentor-mentee relationship. You know, like if you're a mentor to someone or a leader to someone, you should be using that power to support, uplift, and elevate. And especially like a mentor-mentee relationship, it's like the mentee drives that relationship, right? So if the mentee decides, I no longer need this relationship, I'm going to move on, you've got to let that go. And I just kind of feel like this person just needs to be needed. It feeds their ego a little bit. So, this is interesting, group 1. This is what I see for their intentions. It does look like there are some changes that are going to be coming to the workplace that I think are going to be impacting your interactions with this person. And I do see things like kind of, there's relief coming is what I want to say when it comes to this person. But I do think that you need to be careful around them because I don't think that they're fully aware of some of the shadow attributes that they're operating openly from. Okay. So comment below, group 1. Let me know what's been going on with this person. How are you connected to them at work? If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey, group 2. If you guys were drawn to the Streetwise Spirit Tarot and this honey calcite crystal, this will be your message. So today we're looking into the question, friend or foe? What are their intentions? And this is specifically for a working relationship that you have. Before we get into your reading, guys, keep in mind this is a general reading on YouTube. So the messages are not necessarily going to resonate with everybody. As a best practice, If anything feels confusing or just feels like it doesn't really fit for your situation, that's typically a sign that it's not your message. So just release that and let that go. Okay. All right. So let's see where this person stands energetically with regard to your connection, group 2. So we've got Pluto energy coming through, and we have shapeshifter. Okay. So I can kind of see why you guys would probably feel drawn to this reading, because I definitely think that your person that you're asking about is somebody who is very much a chameleon, right? Like they are able to kind of change it up based off of who they're talking to. And we have Pluto here as well. So there's an energy of deep change, transformation, death, and rebirth. It's a very intense energy with Pluto. This person, they may bring up a lot of toxicity for you, for some of you guys, where they kind of highlight certain traits or attributes or things that are unhealthy or toxic, or things that are sort of in the dark, in the shadows, that need to be brought into the light. So it can definitely feel intense. It can definitely feel maybe negative sometimes with this person. But a lot of times with Pluto, there's a silver lining, right? Because the whole point of bringing up all that stuff into the light is so that you can address it and transmute it into something more positive, right? So let's keep going. And let's see if there is a silver lining to this for group 2. All right, what are their intentions, please, Spirit? My group number 2 viewers. Is this person a friend or a foe? Oh, wow. We have the Tower. What are their intentions? Page of Pentacles. The Hermit. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Wands. Hanged Man at the bottom. I think that this person has pulled back their energy a little bit from this connection, and there's something that's happened here with the Tower that has really shifted either their perception of you, the way they view you, or something that's happened kind of externally within the workplace that has caused a lot of disruption to this person and to you. But the Hangman is definitely making me feel like they've pulled back their energy, and they're now kind of seeing you from a different perspective. They're seeing you through a different lens here. Okay. So what are their intentions, group 2? I think that with this Tower and the shapeshifter, this person is just kind of shifting their energy based off of whatever has happened, right? So with the shapeshifter, I'm not necessarily seeing it as a negative thing per se, because I feel like what this person is really good at is adapting to whatever has changed. Okay. And there's been some sort of massive change or massive upheaval with this connection from this person's perspective. And so with the Page of Pentacles, I see the energy of being curious here. being a student, learning, gathering information, like trying to better understand as we navigate through whatever this change has been. I do think with this Hermit energy that this person will eventually here in the future kind of come back out of separation or kind of re-engage with you. The other thing that I think is, for some of you, you guys you may have consistent sort of interactions with this person with the Page of Pentacles and the Hermit reverse, but maybe they're not super, they could be more surface level. Is kind of what this person, it's kind of what it feels like with this person, right? It's like, it feels a little bit more surface level or sporadic, the types of connection that you will be having with them or that they're intending to have with you. It could be that they're now, because of whatever has changed or shifted for them, this is how they're showing up in this Page of Pentacles. It's a more kind of curious, interested energy, but it's a slower pace energy and it doesn't feel like it's super consistent all the time. Like every once in a while, they intend to connect with you. Yeah, it's like with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I almost see this person like kind of, because I kind of read these two cards as like what's coming up next for this connection, or like their next move or their next action toward you in a sense. And so with an Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this feels like someone who is here coming out of separation with the Hermit, but not really putting in a lot of meaningful time and effort into something, not really working very hard, preferring to take the easier route of things. And this person may also be somebody who really likes to be in the spotlight as well. Like they could be the type of person who, like they like to learn from other people, but then like take those learnings to the public to almost like better their own public image. So let's keep going, you guys. I'm kind of like, let's see. I don't know. This doesn't really feel like a friend to me. I gotta be honest. Like when I'm looking at their intentions, it almost feels like someone who is maybe not the most hardworking person when it comes to you. Projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. There's something about that with the Six of Wands. Like they want to be perceived well. But maybe they're not putting in the work to actually authentically show up in this way. Let's see. Okay. We have short term, taking steps. We had a third one fall out. And then we have authority. Interesting. This person could be your manager or a boss for some of you. So I think what Spirit is saying is like with the Tower and short term, it could be that this connection to this person was only meant to be kind of a short-term connection for you and for them. Either way, with the Tower, this is kind of how your person is seeing the overall connection here. And so maybe this person was caught off guard by the fact that like, or will be caught off guard in the future, that like you guys are only going to have been connecting for a very short amount of time. So it could be like for some of you, this person is like terminated, or you guys are, you know, moving on to like a different team at the company. You're not going to be seeing them as much anymore. there's something like some upheaval connected to only connecting for a short period of time for this person. And so with the Page of Pentacles, this is all about like this energy of taking steps, taking action to get where you need to go. And so this person, I think, could be trying to learn from you, is what I feel with that Page of Pentacles. They could be trying to learn from you so that they know the proper steps to be able to take to get to wherever they would like to be. But then we also have this issue with clashing with authority. Challenges to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful solutions if you can. So there's something here with this person not liking authority. It could be that you guys are their boss, maybe for some of you. But yeah, what I kind of feel with this person is that they're kind of just a chameleon, you guys. Like they're gonna connect with who they need to connect with in order to get to where they want to be or to be perceived well publicly. Okay, let's see. What are their intentions for pile 2, please, Spirit? Oh, wow. We have the Venusians, romance, soulmates, and empathy. I'm not really getting a very romantic vibe from this reading, to be honest with you guys, but maybe that is something that's been, if that pertains to your situation, I think that you will know. Let's see. What are their intentions? We have established boundaries. Interesting. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's something that's happened here with the Tower that this person is just like shifting into a whole new energy towards you, group 2. I think that this person with the Venusians, there is an energy of like compassion and empathy, maybe potentially like a workplace romance for some of you guys, that maybe that's been part of this. And with this brown energy, there's like a clear need to establish boundaries and to stay grounded with this connection after whatever has happened. And so, especially if this person is in a position of power over you. Okay. But I think that could be part of the reason why there's like this energy of like very, like it just doesn't feel like you guys are very connected in a very meaningful way all of the time. It's like with the Page of Pentacles, it's these sporadic meetups where either you're helping them or they're helping you with something with career progression. But I feel like they with this 8 of Pentacles reverse, it's like they're not going to be putting in a ton of work or investment into this, right? It's like they feel the need to establish boundaries around this because of the realizations that they have had and to protect their image with the 6 of Wands. So are they a friend or a foe, group 2? I feel like my answer is kind of similar to what we got in group 1. I don't necessarily see negative intention toward you. I actually feel like this person is putting up boundaries to protect themselves and their own image, but that in turn is also going to protect you. Because there is something here with Pluto that is being unearthed for this person as it pertains to this connection. And it's something that they're realizing is very toxic, that they need to kind of pull back or pull away from because it's not going to serve them in their highest good going forward. And this, I do think this person is very, very concerned about their image that they're portraying at work and how others are publicly perceiving them. And so something about you, this energy here, just the energy in general, I think it's given them a reason to pull back and sort of shapeshift here as they show up differently for you. So this is what I'm seeing, group 2. Please comment below. Let me know like what the story is with this person and which aspects of this reading did resonate for you. And if you are not already, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you will be updated whenever I post the next reading. And I look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey, group 3. If you guys selected the Pyrite Crystal and the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, this will be your reading. So today we're looking into your person with regard to work and what their intentions are for you, friend or foe. Before we get into this message, do keep in mind that this is a general reading on YouTube, so the messages are not necessarily going to resonate with everybody. So as a best practice, if anything ever feels confusing or like it doesn't really align with your situation, that's simply a sign that this is not your reading. Just release that and let that go, okay? So let's start by taking a look at where this person stands energetically with regard to their intentions toward you. All right, so we've got Taurus energy, and then we have the Angel. Okay. I definitely get a very grounded, very practical vibe from this person with that Taurus energy coming through. This person definitely seems like a person who is a helpful person. This person seems like someone who's sort of a selfless helper. We're going to see as we get more into the tarot because there are some shadow attributes to this angel as well. I do think this person could be a little shy or standoffish at times as it pertains to their intentions toward you, but I do think that they are intending to help, and I do think that the energy is mostly pure here so far. This could be a spiritual connection as well. This person could be very spiritual with this angel card coming through. But with Taurus, it's a very like hardworking, practical, grounded sort of energy. And there's a lot of beauty that I see here as well. So this person, maybe you guys work in like a beauty related field or industry, or there could be something about beautification or the aesthetic that's really like a part of the work that you guys do. But cultivation, it's about continuing to grow and prosper in career. So I feel like this person is in a position where they feel with regard to their intention that they're trying to support and help you. So let's continue. Let's see what else we get. I just think that they might be a little like shy or standoffish, you know, with that angel, like the way her arms are sort of crossed and she's like protecting herself there. They may not fully trust you, or just in general, they may not be the most trusting person right off the bat. Okay, so what are their intentions toward you, group 3? We have the Fool. Yeah, it's like that hesitancy that I see. Cautious energy. 9 of Pentacles. Three of Cups in reverse. The Star. Ooh, and the 9 of Wands. The Lovers. Wow. And then we have the Empress here as well, which is connected to the sign of Taurus. So I feel like there could be something creative that you guys could be working on with this person, potentially. Something creative. Could even be something connected to motherhood or maternity or things like that. But the Empress is like giving birth to new life in a sense, right? Giving birth to something new. And with the 10 of Pentacles, it's like long-term abundance and success, which makes a lot of sense with this Taurus energy. Cultivating, taking slow and steady measures to cultivate and get to where we need to be long term. And then we have the Lovers card here at the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely like a spiritual connection, like I was getting for you guys. This is somebody who's meant to be a partner or meant to be in your life in some capacity. And I think with the Lovers, in a lot of ways, you and this person may hold up a mirror to one another, and kind of show each other certain things within that need to be addressed. And I'm seeing that here as she's kind of looking at her reflection in the water. I continue to feel this hesitancy with this card because you see how, to me, it almost looks like they're both reaching for each other's hands slowly, but there's sort of this hesitant energy that I'm seeing, especially from this masculine energy here, Mr. Edgar himself. So there's a lot of this hesitant energy that I'm getting here with the Angel and the Fool reverse and then this Lovers card. So overall energy of the Fool, I do think that this person is taking a more cautious approach to their intentions toward you. I think that they do see you as someone that they can have a new beginning with at work, or maybe you guys have just started off on a new path together, maybe as partners or as, colleagues, whatever. But there's an energy of needing to be careful and needing to be cautious. And I feel like the reason why this person wants to be careful and cautious is because they are maybe somebody who is already quite successful. They've already made their money. Maybe they are an entrepreneur already, something along those lines. They're very financially abundant and just independent of a person. And I think that there's an energy of kind of wanting to protect those assets or protect that image that they have. But I think also this person is just naturally an independent person, right? They're very self-sufficient. They're completely good to just be by themselves at work. And I think maybe when it comes to partnering with other people, there are some slight trust issues here, around things like reliability and dependability, because this person is someone who's very driven. I feel like they've gotten to this place because they have these Taurian skills already where they are able to be independent and self-sufficient through hard work and dedication. And I think with this Three of Cups in reverse, there's an instability here around this Nine of Pentacles. You know what I mean? I think that they worry sometimes about partners or other people maybe not being able to show up for them the way that they would show up. Okay, let's continue. So what are their intentions? We have a Three of Cups in reverse, you guys. So there's definitely an energy of a falling out here or removing oneself from a group. This can also, in my experience, talk about workplace gossip when there are people that are talking a lot about stuff that's happening in the workplace in groups. Okay, so it's a little bit of a more toxic energy. I just feel like this person doesn't want that. I feel like with this Nine of Pentacles, they really want to just focus on getting their bag. They want to focus on their money, their businesses, whatever it is. They're very hesitant to be around this type of energy. So it's interesting, you guys, because I know we're wanting to know, is this person a friend or a foe? I don't think that they're a foe necessarily, but I think that they are very protective over their energy. And I think that they don't necessarily want to be around toxic stuff at work. Not saying that they perceive you as toxic, but we're asking their intentions toward you, right? So they could be perceiving you as being kind of wrapped up in something that they don't necessarily want to engage in. Now, as we move forward into the future, I do think that with the Star, things are going to, I don't want to say get better because it doesn't feel like things are necessarily bad right now. But I think with the Star, this person is a very healing and inspiring type of person, and kind of going back to, this mirror energy, I do think that there's a spiritual connection here with this person where you guys kind of mirror things to each other. So I do feel like there's healing coming to this connection. I think there's healing coming to whatever this situation is with the Three of Cups in reverse that's been going on. And I do think that this person is someone who will inspire and uplift you going forward. They also could be an idealistic person as well, you know, like where maybe they see you through a very idealistic lens, or they kind of put you on a pedestal. But again, it feels like a mirrored energy, like both of you guys. I think that if you guys are a feminine and this person is a masculine, for sure, they're the one that's the hesitant one here. But yeah, I see healing, inspiration, and positivity and upliftment coming in for this connection in the future. Continuing to be resilient and push through. You see, like the first thing that I noticed when this card came out was this like devil thing right here. And I don't know exactly what this is from with regard to the Edgar Allan Poe stories, but it just kind of feels like there's this looming toxicity around the situation here for some reason. And I don't know exactly what type of toxicity it is. We're going to see as we get more into some of the other oracle cards, but it seems like there's a looming toxicity that we're just going to continue to push through as we move forward with this person and with this connection at work or whatever the surrounding circumstances are. And it's just such a strong juxtaposition between like light and dark that I see. But something about this person and their like inspiration that they provide, I think is helping you to be more resilient with whatever situation or circumstances you're dealing with here. And vice versa, again, because it's mirrored energy. Hold on, you guys. I just knocked over my little mic, so let me fix that. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. Group 3. This is definitely an interesting energy so far. What are this person's true intentions, please, Spirit, for my Group 3 viewers at the workplace? We have renewal, which makes sense with the star. Ooh. Hold on, that's far too many. It's like half the deck. And then we have new life. Wow. Look at this, you guys. At the bottom of the deck, we have the energy of reflection. Time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. This is so interesting because we have so many messages that are talking about mirroring and reflection. I think that both of you guys push each other subconsciously or spiritually to reflect on what you really want and what makes you really truly happy when it comes to your work. I think you're both kind of reflecting on what you want to do moving forward here. So we've got renewal. You need to take time to recharge your energy to get back on track. Challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through. You see, there's something coming up here with a breakdown of a team or a breakdown of a group. May or may not be related to gossip, I don't know. But as things move forward, there's an energy of like healing, but still having to be resilient here. So I see this person intending to make this situation better, but it's not over yet, if that makes sense. And then we have new life. You may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to your old job. You may also get a tempting job offer or new place. Yeah, I think that this person, you know, they're just very focused on their career goals, right? And so while they're happy to support and help, I just continue to feel like they just don't want to be involved in any drama. You know, they're focusing on themselves, their independence. And I think they're just very cautious about letting people into their space that they perceive as being like involved in any drama or gossip or toxic energy. You know what I mean? Because this person wants for themselves, they want this like 9 of Pentacles energy. They want to be successful. They want to build their career. They want to work on their prosperity, abundance, etc. Let's see what else. What are their intentions, Spirit, for group 3? Agarthans. Manifesting, multidimensional perception, attunement. Okay. Let's get one more. What are their intentions, please, Spirit? We have brilliance. Discover your sparkle. That's a beautiful energy. Yeah, I think that they want you to be successful. I think that they may try to support you, again, with this angel through any difficulties. And there is like a lot of stuff here with the angel, especially like around help and support, and the star with like renewal and things like that. But I don't know, guys. I don't think this person is a foe. I think that this person is just focused on their own stuff with that 9 of Pentacles. They're more about like their money, their growth, their prosperity, their fresh start that they're manifesting for themselves here. And I think with this multi-dimensional perception, I think that they are a non-judgmental person, right? Like, so with the 3 of Cups in reverse, remember how I was talking about like workplace gossip and drama or whatever, like, you know, like if you guys have been dealing with a difficult situation, I don't think that this person is like judging you. I think that they're able to see your perspective, but I think they're also able to see all perspectives and really like take a bigger picture view of things. So I don't want you to necessarily like worry so much about that. They're very attuned though. They're very attuned to all of it. But with this brilliance energy, it's like, I think that they just want you to discover your brilliance, as this card says. I think you do really stand out to this person with the star. They put you on a pedestal in a lot of ways, but I also think that this person is focused on their own brilliance too. You know, I want to look to see how they're viewing you, because I'm just curious, like, how does this person view my group 3 viewers? How does this person view my group number 3 viewers, please, Spirit? Ten of Swords in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. The Emperor. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like you guys maybe have taken a little break from each other here. But look at this. This is giving gossip energy to me for some reason. Even though I know that they are 2 angels, it's spiritual energy. It almost looks like she's whispering something here. It's so interesting that keeps kind of coming up as a theme for some of you guys. So yeah, maybe there's been some chatter in the workplace that has caused some stress for you, or things being shared But this gives like a very comforting energy too. It doesn't necessarily have to be super negative. But yeah, it definitely kind of feels like you guys have laid that to rest. And so I think that they're perceiving you right now as being very like moving on is what I see, because we have the Ten of Swords in reverse with the Hermit in reverse. So I think that there has been some separation from whatever this was, this energy. And they're seeing you as moving on, like from that. Maybe coming out of separation and like coming to the table with a plan. You know, with the Emperor, this is like very good boundaries. This is structure. This is kind of being in control and being empowered, maybe in a way that wasn't the case before. Let me see one more. One more. How are they perceiving your energy, Spirit? Pioneer. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Compulsive need to keep moving on. That's so funny. Yeah, moving on. They see you as moving on from it. And being an innovator. I think they see you positively, Group 3. They see you as an innovator. Someone who's willing to take risks, you know? But I think like the point here is with regard to this person's intentions, I actually see them more as a friend, I think. They're definitely not a foe, but they're not clearly like out to get you either. I actually think that they find you to be very inspirational, like your ideas, the way you take risks, the way you trust your intuition. I think that they're seeing you right now as being very structured, moving on from drama, moving on from things that have been toxic, whatever it is. But they are very focused on their own stuff. So like with regard to their specific intent for you in this connection, I think it's really just about them showing up to support and help when you need it, maybe to inspire and help you kind of hold a mirror up to yourself and vice versa, right? Helping to get through difficult things. But they're ultimately very focused on themselves right now. So it's very interesting, guys. This is kind of what I see. I feel like we're kind of all over the place with this one. So please comment below. Let me know kind of your story with this person and which aspects of this reading made sense for you. And if you are not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you will be updated when I post the next reading. And I look forward to seeing you there. Bye.